Hi, everybody. This is Joshua Wagner. I really believe that guilt and shame is something that plagues so many people, makes them feel like imposters, gives them that little voice inside of their head that tells them they're not good enough, holds them back out of fear of what people will think or feel about them. And I want you to imagine a life without the guilt and shame. And that's what this hypnosis meditation is here to help you do. Don't listen while driving a car. You can listen to it at night while you're going to sleep, and you'll stay asleep the whole night. And any other time you listen to it, you're going to find perhaps a little or maybe even a lot of healing from this particular meditation. You are good enough, and I hope that you enjoy it. You don't have to answer me out loud. Is that guilt and shame unnecessary? And when you get rid of that guilt and shame, is it going to be detrimental to your life? Now, obviously, these are leading questions. I'm leading you to a specific conclusion with these questions. When you look at that guilt or the behavior that perhaps is connected with guilt and shame, is that guilt and shame unnecessary? And I hope the answer is yes. And when we look at the idea of when we get rid of that shame and that guilt and all that baggage that we don't need anymore, is it going to be detrimental to our life? And the answer, I hope, is no. And so what I want you to do is I want you just to concentrate and wonder what it's going to be like when you get rid of all that guilt and shame, when you get rid of it finally and totally. Any guilt and shame, anything that's left over from the trauma, the abuse that anybody has suffered. What I want you to do is I want you to take a nice deep breath in. I want you to breathe out and close your eyes. Close your eyes all the way down. All the way down. I want you to go so much deeper and just imagine that there's nothing you can do about it. You're going to go all the way down and there's nothing you can do about it. Imagine it's happening all by itself. Going deeper and deeper, and think about people who you love. Think about people who love you or who you love. Or maybe you can think of something that just makes you overjoyed and happy that when you see it or do it. And just go a little deeper. And as you think about this wonderful thing that makes you feel good, makes you feel very powerful emotions, just go deeper. And as your eyes are comfortably closed, I just want you to allow that relaxation to spread all the way through your body right now. Those little muscles around your eyes, your forehead, and your face. Just let your teeth part just a little bit in your mouth. They go up to your scalp and your jaw and your face, down the back of your neck and your shoulders, to your arms, your elbows, and your wrists, and your hands, down your chest and your stomach, your back and your legs. And drifting up out of your body now, just drifting up out of your body, drifting higher and higher. I want you to look down and I want you to see your body there in the chair as if you're above it. See what you're wearing, see the clothes that you're wearing, see how you're sitting or laying down. I want you to continue drifting up higher and higher. Continue drifting up higher and higher through the ceiling, through the roof of the building that you're in. I want you to see the neighborhood that you're sitting in. See the whole town that you're in, the city perhaps. The part of the country that you're in. See the whole continent. Drifting higher and higher. See the curvature of the earth. See yourself drifting into the vastness of space. See the whole planet Earth below you, and it gets just smaller and smaller and smaller. Just float in space right now. And I want you to imagine an archery target. I want you to imagine an archery target below you, with the big alternating rings alternating colors and the big bullseye in the middle. And the bullseye is where every ounce of that useless guilt or shame that you were experiencing either consciously or unconsciously is. In that bullseye is where every ounce of that useless and unnecessary guilt or shame that you used to experience was. And in a moment, I'm going to make this sound. Whoosh. And you'll be shot straight through the center of that archery target, like an arrow, straight through into a place of bliss and calm and peace and serenity. And I want you to be brave about this, because as you go through the bullseye where all of that useless and unnecessary shame and guilt might have been that you were experiencing, you may experience that useless and unnecessary guilt and shame even more intensely for a split second. And this is the last time it will ever affect you. Whoosh. Just float. Just be. Just let it all go. And I wonder where that shame and that guilt is gone now. I wonder where that shame and that guilt is gone now. And I want you to drift back into the room, but on the other side of the room from where you're sitting. I want you to just drift right back into the room, and I want you to see yourself sitting there. I want you to see your clothes and see where you're sitting. Just see how you're breathing. And I want you to see that useless and unnecessary shame and guilt has left your body. You can no longer feel it or sense it. You can no longer feel it or sense it. I want you to make all the changes on the cellular and molecular level. I want you to make all the changes on the cellular and molecular level. Now. And only when it's done, only when you've made all the changes that are necessary, you drift back into your body, and then you can open your eyes. Only when it's time. Just notice how differently you feel. So while we're in this really good spot, we're going to do something called an eco meditation right now. And I want you to think of somebody who you care about. Maybe they're gone. Maybe they just haven't seen them in a while. Maybe you see them all the time. And we're going to do something tonight called EFT, which we can talk about some other time. But EFT is a form of acupressure along with affirmations. And I just want you to, you don't have to repeat me out loud. I actually have all your mics muted, but you don't have to repeat me out loud, or you can repeat out loud if you'd like. You just have to hear what I have to say, especially in this group version of this. So I want you to set your intention right now, and I want you to set your intention for somebody who you care for, or maybe you have cared for in the past. And you can also think about yourself right now. You can also think about healing in yourself. So what I want you to do is I want you to take two fingers, and we're going to tap on different parts of our body. This has two functions to it. One is it calms the limbic system down. And the second is that it distracts us so that the affirmations go straight into our unconscious mind. Because you're so concerned about tapping, you don't really pay attention to necessarily what's being said, and it goes into your unconscious mind better. So taking your two fingertips, I'd like you to tap on the top of your head. I know it feels a little bit strange, but you can do it. Tap on the top of your head and just listen to what I have to say. I release any and all blocks to inner peace. I release all tension in my body. I release anything in my past, present, or future that stands between me and inner peace. Tap on the center of one of your eyebrows. I release any and all blocks to inner peace. I release all tension in my body. I release anything in my past, present, or future that stands between me and inner peace. The side of your eye, right where your eye socket starts. I release any and all blocks to my inner peace. I release all tension in my body. I release anything in my past, present, or future that stands between me and inner peace. Tap on the bottom of your eye socket. I release any and all blocks to inner peace. I release all tension in my body. I release anything in my past, present, or future that stands between me and inner peace. Underneath your nose, I release any and all blocks to inner peace. I release all tension in my body. I release anything in my past, present, or future that stands between me and inner peace. Underneath your chin, underneath your mouth, above your chin, I release any and all blocks to inner peace. I release all tension in my body. I release anything in my past, present, or future that stands between me and inner peace. Tap on one of your collarbones, doesn't matter which one. I release any and all blocks to inner peace. I release all tension in my body. I release anything in my past, present, or future that stands between me and inner peace. I'm going to tap on the bottom of your hand just like this. I release any and all blocks to inner peace. I release all tension in my body. I release anything in my past, present, or future that stands between me and inner peace. I want you to grab your wrist, doesn't matter which one. I release any and all blocks to inner peace. I release all tension in my body. I release anything in my past, present, or future that stands between me and inner peace. I just want you to let your hands just drop however they can. I want you to close your eyes and take in a deep breath. I want you to hold it, breathe out, and say release. Release. And just breathe normally. Every breath sending you even deeply more relaxed. You can let all the muscles in your body go loose, limp, and relaxed. Feel your hands and feel your feet. Feel the space inside of your hands. Feel the space inside of your feet. Feel the space inside of your legs. Feel the space inside of your arms and your torso, your neck and your head. Feel the space inside of your whole body. Feel the space inside of your whole body. Picture a big empty space behind your eyes. Picture a big empty space between your eyebrows. If thoughts arise in your mind at any point during the meditation, just let them go. Watch them drift like clouds across the sky without attachment. Breathe in slowly for 6 seconds. And 6 seconds out. In for 6. And out for 6. Keep counting silently to 6 each time you breathe in. And each time you breathe out. Continue to do that. Notice how relaxed your tongue is. Let your tongue rest loosely on the floor of your mouth. Picture the big empty space behind your eyes and keep your tongue relaxed. And if any physical sensations arise in your body, such as aches or pains, just observe them. You don't have to do anything about them. Keep your attention focused on your breath, counting 6 seconds in. 6 seconds out. Visualize the location in your chest where your physical heart resides. Imagine breathing in and out through your heart. Imagine breathing in and breathing out through your heart while maintaining 6-second in breaths and 6-second out breaths. Maintain a relaxed tongue. And now imagine a beam of love pouring out through your heart toward a person or a place that you love with each out breath. 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Stay in this state for several breaths. Notice the big empty space behind your eyes and how relaxed your tongue is on the floor of your mouth. Bring the beam of love back into your body, into the area of your physical heart. Send that love to any part of your body that is uncomfortable or in pain. And take another 3 to 5, 6-second breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. When you feel complete with the meditation, return your attention to the room you're in. Open your eyes and look at an object closest to you and observe its characteristics such as color, texture, and weight. Shift your gaze and look at the object furthest away from you. Notice your breath. Notice the weight of the body on the chair, on the surface on which you're sitting. Feel your hands and your feet and become aware of the time. And bring yourself back to the here and now. Orient yourself back to the real world. Just notice how differently you feel.